happy Sunday. Thank you so much for joining me this week. This week, our lesson is called The Wedding Banquet. And I'm not sure if you have been to what we now call a wedding reception. So we use the term reception now, not so much banquet. But have you ever been to a wedding reception? Often at a wedding reception, there's a lot of good food, and there's music, and there's dancing. So it's a celebration, it's a good time. So whenever I say the word banquet, I want you to picture this in today's story. So let's get started. Today's Bible reading comes from our Spark Story Bible, and it's called The Wedding Banquet, and it comes from the Gospel of Matthew. Everyone is invited to be a part of God's party. Jesus told this story. The king's son was getting married, so the king planned a big wedding banquet. When everything was ready, he sent his servants to tell his friends to come and have fun. But the people who were invited didn't want to come to the party after all. They said they were too busy. They all made excuses. The king became very angry. So he sent the servants to invite everyone they could find to come to the party. Soon the party was crowded with laughing and dancing people. Jesus explained that being part of God's family is like the wedding banquet. Everyone's invited to come to the party. So what does this lesson mean for us? Just as the guests were invited to the king's banquet, we are all invited to be a part of God's family. But we don't want to be like the first group that was too busy. We want to make sure we are like the second group. We want to make sure that we are finding time for God. And what's one thing that we could all do every day whenever we want? And it's a good way to connect with God. I'll give you a hint. It begins with the letter P. And if you said praying, that is a great answer. We could all pray. So we could thank God for our many blessings. We could pray to God when we need help. So that is one way to make time for God. This week, I thought that we could do a little trivia game to see what we remember about our last lessons that we have done. So we've done at least, I think, 10 kids' time messages. So I am just going to pick a little something from a few of those lessons, and let's see what we remember. All right, first question, and no pressure. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, maybe it'll stick with you after I give you the answer. Okay? First question. And I'm making it tough. I'm not even giving multiple choice here. You have to try to remember the answer. First question. Jesus often told stories about everyday people, places, and things in order to help people understand God's message. What are these stories called? And I will give you the first letter of the answer, and it is P. If your answer was parables, you are correct. Good job. Second question. What is the name of the group of religious people that often tried to stop Jesus from sharing God's message? In our past lessons, they were the group of people that would try to stump Jesus with tricky questions. What are the name of those people? And this answer also begins with the letter P, if that helps you. The answer is the Pharisees. The Pharisees. Do you remember that? I hope that you do. The next question is, what is grown in vineyards? Now, the last few weeks, we have talked a lot about vineyards and parables related to the vineyard. So, what fruit is grown in a vineyard? The answer is grapes. Good job. In our lesson on forgiveness, how many times does Jesus say that we should forgive someone? I'll give you a hint. It's a very large number. The answer is 70 times 7. And Jesus said that because he wants us to forgive and love others. So we should all try to have a forgiving and loving heart. Now this one, might be a little tricky. Our last question, we'll call this our bonus question. In our lesson, Walking on Water, Jesus walked on water, which was a miracle. And we have discussed a couple miracles that Jesus has done. He also gave one of his disciples that happened to be in the boat that morning the ability to walk on water. Which disciple was it? And that disciple's name begins with the letter P. If your answer was Peter, you are correct. Good job. All right, how about we close with our prayer? Everyone, let's put our hands together and bow our heads. Dear Lord, thank you for our many blessings, and thank you for inviting all of us to be part of your family of faith. Amen. I will see you all next time, and the next time I see you, I am hoping to have some more decorations up. I'm hard at work in here, so I'll give you a little sneak peek hopefully next week. I'll see you all next time. Be kind and awesome like I know you all are. Bye-bye.